From Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass., this is MIAA Boys Lacrosse on LSP. Today, it's the Shawsheen Rams with a record of 2-0, visiting the Greater Lowell Gryphons with a record of 0-2 in Commonwealth Conference play. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story alongside Joe Foley on camera. This could be a third straight tough loss for the Gryphons, given the results on paper. Shawsheen has outscored their first two opponents by a combined score of 28-4. Both those games were at home. They dropped Neshoba Tech 14-1 and Minuteman 14-3. Greater Lowell faced running clock against Assabet Valley in their first game. That was a non-league action down at Assabet, 14-2 in the first game of the season. Then dropped a heartbreaker to Northeast, 9-7 their last time out. We do not have a roster for Shawsheen. We were hoping to get one before the game started. We were informed that Shawsheen head coach Chuck Baker was not with the team at the time they arrived. He was driving here, so hopefully they will run over a roster in time. Maybe between the first and second quarter, we'll see. But we won't be calling Shawsheen names, so I apologize to the Shawsheen faithful who are watching this game. And who's going to take the opening face-off as it's battled for, as it is scooped up by Shawsheen's number 15. Good defense there by Ryan Kennison of Greater Lowell, backing his man up. Now the shot from distance is whipped into the net for the first goal, just 24 seconds into the first quarter for Shawsheen. That did not take long at all. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. I had 11:36 at the goal. Yeah, that was the time when the goal was on. All right, well, we'll go with 11:21 on the clock. Face-off once again scooped up by Shawsheen, but a lot of traffic there around the center X, but Shawsheen comes away with it. 2-0 the face-off advantage thus far for the Rams. Again, we are working without a Shawsheen roster, so we won't be able to call names until we have one. My apologies to the Shawsheen faithful. Shawsheen circling the wagons right now. Now a shot is saved by Joe Bensoli for Greater Lowell, and here comes Adam Malahan. Chucks it ahead to Justin Finch. Finch gonna circle around the back. Now try to wrap around, got his stick lifted as he got the shot off, and that results in a GB win for Shawsheen. Here come the Rams with speed entering the box. And the pass is off target and swatted away by Bensoli. Shawsheen will reset their offense, however, as they won the ground ball. And that one goes through the wickets of Bensoli for the second goal of the game for Shawsheen. Coming with 9:33 to go in the first quarter. 2-0 the GBs, 2-0 the faceoffs, 2-0 the score in favor of Shawsheen. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. This ball is pride-free and scooped up by the Gryphons. Face-off win for David Malahan. Malahan trying to get away from his defender as he enters the box. Meets a double team, gets his stick chopped at, and the GB will be won by the Rams. Quickly ahead, the turnaround, the save by Bensoli, and he scoops it up. Two saves on 4 shots for Bensoli. Under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. That pass is a little off target. It's battled for and eventually won by Justin Finch. Finch tries to get it in front, loses the handle. It'll be picked up by Jake Reed. Reed goes out to the top of the box, bobbled by Malahan. Gets it back without much trouble. Malahan trying to get free of his defender, takes a shot that's saved by the Shawsheen goalie. The rebound and the shot goes wide. Over the end line, it'll be Greater Lowell ball. That was the first shot on goal just now by the Gryphons. Eight minutes to go in the first quarter, 2-0 our score. Rams on top. Oh, that was a careless pass, and Shawsheen's number 11 comes away with it easily. With speed, tries to drop it off. The pass a little too off target. Number 18 didn't move with the pass, and the GB is picked up by the Gryphons. Devin Farrell lobs it ahead. Bounces off the stick of Reed, but he gets it back. Reed enters the box. And this pass is mishandled, excuse me, by Justin Finch. And it'll be a turnover to Shawsheen with 7:09 to go here in the first quarter. Lob pass. Reed can't cut it off, but it goes out of bounds anyways. Reed will line up right in front of us. Double team as Reed tries to enter the field of play, gets a solid whack there, tries to escape the double team, loses the handle, and number 7, who had the pressure, forces the GB in the turnover, and he'll take the shot, and it is tipped aside by Bensoli. And it looks like Greater Lowell won the race to the end line, so it'll be Greater Lowell ball on the restart. Bensoli lobs it ahead to Farrell. Farrell, the pull, trying to go all the way. And a save by the Shawsheen goalie. And he will win the race to the... Did he win the race to the end line? Yes, he did. Not bad after making a tough save on a breakaway attempt by the deep hole Farrell. So it looks like Greater Lowell has weathered the initial storm. We mentioned that Shawsheen winning their first 2 games by an average of 12 goals. And it looked like it was going to hemorrhage into that starting out with 2 goals in the first 3 minutes for the Rams, but the Greater Lowell defense has really clamped down since then. Now let's see if their offense can respond. Tim Gath gets a touch. Taps it in for Finch. Finch circling around, goes out to the left wing. Now back outside the box to Malahan. Malahan looking to right, left. Goes back to Finch. Excuse me, there is Finch on the far right corner. Looking for a cut, fakes the pass as the cut was sealed off by the Shawsheen defense. GB here, who's going to come up with it? It's battled for, still loose, and the Gryphons are going to come up with it. Fresh legs getting in there. Maybe a chance here for the Gryphons, but forced off the ball is Finch, and it's picked up by the Rams. Finch avoided committing an offside, but this shot goes well wide right, kind of a submarine underhand shot there, but it'll remain with with Shawsheen. As they look to get back on the scoreboard with under 5 minutes to go. Oh, what an interception there by Joe Bensoli as they tried to set up the shot on the doorstep. And a flag is down as Greater Lowell will keep possession here. So Greater Lowell will be on the man advantage for the first time as this is knocked loose. Keeping possession is Matt Oakes. Wants to get a shot off. The shot, they score! Josh Hasty with the goal. With the flag down, they kept play alive all that time, and Greater Lowell is on the board, cutting the lead in half to 2-1. It's a 1-minute penalty for Shawsheen. Didn't catch the signal as we had a couple players in front of the referee. I didn't catch it, but will be a man-up situation for the Gryphons after scoring the goal. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. That outlet pass a little too strong and wasted face-off win there for the Gryphons as it'll be turned over to the Rams. Rams will have to go the length of the field, though, with a man down for a minute. And he'll be out of the box at 3:33. And that pass is offline. It's picked up by Tim Gath. Gath having a hard time handling it. He gets checked off the ball, and that's going to be a push with possession, and that'll be Greater Lowell ball. Push with is it really? Wow, it's going to be Shawsheen ball. Wow, I thought Gath was gonna. Well, okay, they were setting up like it was the Rams ball, but yes, it is in fact Greater Lowell ball. A little confusion with the setup there. Greater Lowell gets it into the box with Matt Martineau. Pass in front, deflected by the Shawsheen goalie. Picked up by Finch. Finch goes out to Hasty, who's the lone goal scorer thus far for the Rams. For the Gryphons, rather. The shot from distance goes wide left. Backing it up is Martineau. 3:32 to go in the first quarter. 2-1 our score. Shawsheen on top, looking to win its third straight to begin the season. Greater Lowell looking to snap a 2-game losing streak to begin the season. Finch trying to spin away from his man, trying to wrap around. Goes out to the top of the box. It's out of the reach of Malahan. He'll try to save it from going out of bounds over the far sideline. It's played back into the Greater Lowell half. And eventually Finch comes up with it. But not for long as Shawsheen picks up this next GB. 7-5 the GBs in favor of Shawsheen. The face-offs are 2 apiece. With speed and forced back by the defense of Ryan Kennison. Now cutting back in for the shot that gets the top shelf. And Shawsheen finally back on the scoreboard at 3-1. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Shawsheen guilty of a hold there on the faceoff, so Greater Lowell will get possession. Pass deflected out of bounds by Shawsheen. It'll remain with the Gryphons. We approach 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Finch in his usual position. Greater Lowell taking their time, but you could hear the Greater Lowell bench begging for a little more urgency, and just like that, on cue, ground ball that goes over the sideline, but it will remain with Greater Lowell. So a break there for the Gryphons after some really sloppy passing and lack of urgency. Oakes with an assist on the Greater Lowell goal, tries to find Finch, hops off of Finch's stick, and it'll be Shawsheen ball. Will it, or they ruled that a shot? Wow, okay. Finch tries to wrap around, try to get a shot off in front. Had a stick chopped at. But it's turned right back over to the Gryphons, who will immediately turn it right back over to the Rams. 1:11 to go here in the first quarter. Cloudy, breezy day here in Tingsboro, Mass. The Shawsheen Rams looking for their 3rd consecutive win. Not the blowout that it's been the first 2 times out thus far. Still leading by 2. And Greater Lowell comes up with another GB. Oakes gets his stick checked, and Shawsheen reclaims possession as we're under a minute to go, 44 seconds. Shawsheen maybe looking for one more goal to try and pad it to 3 before the quarter break. Again, we are running without a Shawsheen roster right now, as we're going to have a penalty here on Greater Lowell, and the shot and the goal by Shawsheen's number 3. And just like Greater Lowell got a goal with a flag down, so does Shawsheen, and they will be up 4-1, and the man advantage coming with 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon at 4:10 p.m. when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the St. George's Dragons in NEPSAC softball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. "18 seconds to go in the quarter. And we have a whistle. And it's going to be Shawsheen ball as the violation was on Greater Lowell on the faceoff. 11 seconds to go. Can Shawsheen get one more on the scoreboard? Shot goes well wide right. 3 seconds rather. And they won't get the shot off. And that'll do it for the first quarter. With your score, the Shawsheen Rams 4, the Greater Lowell Gryphons 1. This is MIAA softball on LSP. Lacrosse. Welcome back to the second quarter of MIAA Boys Lacrosse on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass, alongside Joe Foley on camera. Shawsheen will have possession outright to start the second quarter as they are on the man advantage that they got in the midst of picking up their fourth goal of the first quarter. Now again, we don't have a Shawsheen roster. Hoping to get one from head coach Chuck Baker when he arrived, but haven't been able to get to him, so our apologies to the Shawsheen fans. Shot from a tough angle, goes over the sideline. It'll remain with Shawsheen. 18 seconds gone by here in the second quarter. Good job by Shawsheen cycling the ball for a shot that goes wide right. Rams backing it up. They'll keep possession. 40 seconds gone by. We're back to even strength as the penalty is up. And oh, what a tough angle shot by number 26 for Shawsheen. A little sleight of hand there with the shot, and Shawsheen climbs to a 5-1 lead with 11:10 to go in the second quarter. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Ball popped up on the face-off, and Greater Lowell looked like it was going to get it initially, but let's see if Kyle Nocco can get it. Yes, he can. Fourth face-off win. You know, Greater Lowell is actually winning the face-off battle 4-2 right now. Actually, you say it's 4-3. There was missed one face-off win by Shawsheen at the end of the first quarter. My mistake. 4-3. The face-offs in favor of the Gryphons. And that skips in on one hop by Kyle Nocco. And Greater Lowell back within 3 at 5-2. No time for celebration, though, for Mr. Nocco. They got a steep hill to climb, down 3 here, with 10:30 to go in the second quarter. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Greater Lowell picks up another face-off win, their 5th of the game. Troy Brown trying to get away from the check, stays with it after the check from the Shawsheen Depot. Now a shot from about 20 yards or so, from just outside the edge of the box by Nocco, but thankfully his teammates are there to back it up. A little aggressive there. I think he could have gotten something a little higher percentage, Kyle. Here's Josh Hasty, who scored the first goal of the game for Greater Lowell. Back over to Finch, now back to Hasty. Hasty being backed up into the corner, has the ball poked away from him. Now a GB battle. He's going to need some supports. Kicked out of bounds. And we had some... also some pushing and shoving. Got a little aggressive there between Hasty and his defender, but they ruled it was a violation on Shawsheen, so it'll be Greater Lowell ball. Now another flag coming up here on the Rams as this shot is well wide right by Nocco, but it's going to be the second man advantage of the game for the Gryphons. They scored on they didn't score on their first one. They got one while a flag was down. 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man advantage thus far. And with the man advantage pending to possibly get this game within 2 goals, Robert Gumm is going to call a timeout. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. GBs are 9-7 in favor of Shawsheen. Faceoffs are 5-3 in favor of Greater Lowell, and the saves even at 3 apiece. Of course, the save percentage favoring the Shawsheen goalie at 3 out of 5, compared to 3 out of 8 for Greater Lowell goalie Joe Bensoli. And again, folks, we do not have a Shawsheen roster. We're hoping to get one from head coach Chuck Baker, but we haven't been able to reach him. We haven't been able to talk to him since the game started, so maybe we'll get one at halftime, hopefully. So again, our apologies to the Shawsheen fans. unless the Shawsheen fans, if you're watching this and you have a roster on a PDF or a link or something you want to drop in the comments, that would be awesome as well. So man advantage for Greater Lowell. They look to claw within 2. That is David Mallahan. Over to Matt Martineau. Mallahan set up right in front of the cage. The shot from a tough angle, and scoring his second goal of the game is Josh Hasty. On the assist from Justin Finch. And Greater Lowell does get the goal. They're now 1 for 2 on the man advantage. And it is 5-3. So a well-placed timeout by Robert Gum to set up that play. Face-off won by Mallahan as he picks up the ball in the air. Face-off win number 6 for Greater Lowell, but they still trail by 2. And Greater Lowell spends its second and final timeout of the half to preserve possession. As that was Martineau, who was very dangerously close to stepping out of bounds, tiptoeing down the far sideline. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So out of the timeout, Greater Lowell possession on the far sideline, as they maybe look to climb within 1 here. Finch sprinting around, goes out up top, and losing the ball before he could come down for the shot is Nako. Loose ball, the referee's arm is up, and it's a violation on Greater Lowell. It'll be Shawsheen possession. Quickly back the other way come the Rams. Nice spin, swim move by number 27. Now the pass to the left post, and that was denied by Bensoli. His 4th save. Shawsheen keeps possession, however. That pass is out of the reach of Shawsheen's number 26, and staying on side to pick it up is Martineau and get a fresh possession for Greater Lowell. He takes a hit, loses the ball out of bounds. Good ride there by Shawsheen, and they force the turnover. And again, Greater Lowell's used both their timeouts already. No offside there committed by Greater Lowell. Rams looking to get the advantage back to 3. But a turnover forced by Matt Oakes, doing it on both sides of the ball, but another GB, and Oakes wins it again, well, temporarily. Then Shawsheen gets it back. Good stick ride by Farrell, but Farrell can't stop possession much longer. And a turnover to Justin Finch. Finch through traffic, stays on his feet, now is gonna circle back on the near side, trying to get away from the stick check of number 15, and that pass out of the reach. I guess it was intended for Matt Martineau, and oh, they're gonna rule that a shot. Wow. Okay, that's a lucky break for Greater Lowell. I thought that was all the way going to Martineau, and it should have been Shawsheen ball, but Greater Lowell will settle it down now a little bit. Now over to Hasty, who's got 2 already. Back to Finch. 2 goals and an assist for Hasty, by the way. About halfway through the second quarter. Finch backing in. His defender goes down to a knee, but doesn't have much room to make him pay for it as he was being shoved back towards the near sideline. Trying to fight through the check. Gets his stick check, number 15 with a nice defensive play. Launches the pass ahead. Now Shawsheen with fluid movement, the shot, and they score. All-star with number 15's check of Justin Finch. And Shawsheen now doubling up on Greater Lowell, 6-3. 5:35 to go in the second quarter. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon at 4:10 p.m. when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the St. George's Dragons in NEPSAC softball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Another face-off win by Greater Lowell. They've won the face-offs 7-3. Yet they're trailing 6-3. Lacrosse coaches will tell you when you win face-offs, you win games, but that hasn't been the case. Oh, wow! David Mallahan will take it. Trying to go for a pass, and it was a little off target, trying to connect with Hasty, and he got it in the net. Counts just the same, 6-4 our score with exactly 5 minutes to go in the first half. So the Shawsheen Rams, who again have won their first 2 games by an average of 12 goals, can't seem to get rid of the Gryphons. Shawsheen wins this face-off. Who's going to win this battle for this GB? It's going to be Shawsheen. 14th GB win for Shawsheen compared to 11 for Greater Lowell. Nice save by Ben Soley, and he picks it up in the crease. Save number 5 for Ben Soley. But the passing in the box is not very clean, and now it results in a turnover and a goal for Shawsheen. The clearance was not even close to a clearance. It was just bad passing inside their own box by Greater Lowell. And the turnover forced, and Shawsheen up 7-4 with 3:54 to go. Don't need to win face-offs when you're getting those turnovers and smooth goals in transition. But Greater Lowell wins their 8th face-off. Shawsheen forces a turnover, however, and they get goal number 8. And now the Rams, after that fluke goal on that pass somewhat by David Mallahan, think that that turned on their inner Bruce Banner / Incredible Hulk, and now they are really starting to feel it. 2 goals in short order, and let's see, both off turnovers in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can make it 3 in a row and get this lead to 5. But once again, a Greater Lowell face-off win. Won 9 out of 13 face-offs thus far. This pass is lobbed out of the reach of Martineau and out of bounds to Shawsheen. So another turnover. By the Gryphons. So let's see what the Rams will pull off in transition here. The outlet pass out of the reach of number 14, kind of chopped at it, trying to knock it down, and this will go over the end line, and end-to-end turnover by Shawsheen. Under 3 minutes to go. Let's see if Greater Lowell can get a cleaner clearance this time. Ahead to Kennison. Kennison gets away from the check. Bring it into the zone as the ball is tipped off the stick of number 22. It'll remain with Greater Lowell. And here is Hasty looking for the hat trick. He'll give it up to Finch. Finch gets a screen from Hasty. Now charges towards the net, meets a double team, loses his stick, and it kicked off him while he was without a stick. So that's a turnover to Shawsheen. Shot from distance, misses wide left. And this will remain with Shawsheen as number 3 won the race to the end line. 2:16 to go here in the first quarter, first half rather. Out to the top of the box, cutting through, the backhanded shot, the save by Ben Soley. No Sports Center top 10 for you. But another turnover to Shawsheen, and they shovel it back into the offensive half without committing an offside. There's the goal for number 27. That's what he was looking for. And Shawsheen up 9-4, having scored 3 in a row since David Mallahan's excuse me goal. And that's a push on Greater Lowell, so the face-off win will go to Shawsheen. It's only their 5th face-off win compared to 10 for Greater Lowell. And again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Lacrosse coaches will tell you, you win face-offs, you win games, but the face-off numbers are inverse of the score. That nearly bounced in. I believe my face-off count is actually off by 1. My mistake. Should have 14 face-offs after 13 goals and one quarter break. Under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Greater Lowell with possession after the push call on Shawsheen. This loose ball comes into the Shawsheen box, but Greater Lowell gets possession. Looks like they still got to get a touch. Referee's counting. Finch does get the touch. Shawsheen trying to hold a 5-goal lead with 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. Greater Lowell trying to get one last goal, but a turnover. 8 seconds to go. Can Shawsheen get one in transition? Outlet pass. Shot from long range, and a save has to be made by Ben Soley, and that'll do it for the first half. We'll take a time. I'll be back about 10 minutes with the second half from Greater Lowell Tech and Tingsboro, Mass. With your score, the Shawsheen Rams 9 and the Greater Lowell Gryphons 4. This is MIAA Boys Lacrosse on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of MIAA Boys Lacrosse on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Greater Lowell Tech in Tingsboro, Mass, alongside Joe Foley on camera. The Shawsheen Rams with a record of 2-0, out to a 9-4 lead on the Greater Lowell Gryphons, who enter play with a record of 0-2. We finally got our Shawsheen roster. And I'm just writing down the goal scorers. And Don Lee already has a hat trick for Shawsheen. And we got a flag down early on. This will be on Shawsheen to begin the third quarter. Oh, Connor Rooney also has a hat trick already. So Don Lee and Connor Rooney with hat tricks, and 1 goal each for Dale Sweeney, Dylan Timmons, and David Frazier. Meanwhile, for Greater Lowell, it is 2 goals for Josh Hasty and 1 goal for Kyle Nacco. Man advantage for Greater Lowell as they have won the face-offs 10-5. But have been as you can tell, have been outscored 9-4. There's a save by Jonah Varallo, the Shawsheen goalie, and it bounced off his stick over the end line. It'll remain with Greater Lowell. And a lazy pass goes over the end line, and it will be Shawsheen ball. Through traffic, the shot over the net and over the end line. It'll remain with the Rams. Picked up by Don Lee. Spins away from a couple of defenders. Finds Jake DeLuca. DeLuca will peel out. Shawsheen just killing some time, being a man down. And a good stick check by David Malahan as he picks up the GB. Ahead to Matt Oakes. Oakes trying to get through traffic. Gets it into the box, but as his stick checked, and it's picked up by Ryan Quinones. Quinones lets it go. The save by Bensoli. Here comes Devin Farrell. The deep hole on the breakaway now stops. Goes over to James Casenza. Is that Casenza or is that Hasty? My mistake, that's Hasty. Now Finch, back out to Hasty. Hasty takes the shot, misses wide left over the end line. Remains with Greater Lowell. 9:25 to go in the third quarter. Out to Hasty, and a whistle. And the clock wasn't running. Now it's running. Out to Nacco. Now Hasty. Hands it off. Tries to find Nacco on the cut. And picking up the ground ball is Rooney. Rooney with speed. Gives it up. The pass and the shot and the save by Bensoli. And Bensoli traps it in the crease. Outlet pass to Farrell. Farrell trying to keep possession. Loses the handle as he entered the box. And this GB will go over towards midfield. And Shawsheen picks it up. 20 GB wins for Shawsheen. Shot from distance over everything, and winning the race to the end line is Don Lee. Pass knocked down by Kennison. But Sullivan's there. Timmons with one goal already, tries to get to the left post and Lee, and it's out of his reach. It'll be a turnover to Greater Lowell with 7:57 to go here in the third quarter. Malahan. Subtle tap there, forces the GB. Who's going to come up with it? Goes through a Greater Lowell player's wickets. Ball is loose in the crease. And eventually it's going to be Ben Soli coming up with it. Gets the outlet pass to Nick Zioli. Zioli has his stick chopped at as he tries to get that pass off, and it's picked up by Varallo. The shot by Lee misses wide right. Malahan loses the handle. Ball is loose, and eventually it's picked up by Lee. Lee goes out to Timmons. Over to Frazier. Now Rooney. Rooney with 3. Finds Sweeney. Now Lee. On the cut, it bounces off the stick of Timmons. Keeping it alive, however, is Rooney. Rooney with the submarine pass and the shot and the goal by Dylan Timmons. And Shawsheen breaks double digits. They are up 10-4 with 5:59 to go in the third quarter. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Another face-off win by Greater Lowell. Tim Gath bobbles the ball, and it's picked up by Ryan Quinones. Quinones with the feed and the shot over the crossbar by Sullivan. Don Lee will pick it up. Pass in front right there, and it's a miraculous save by Ben Soli. Save number 9 for the Greater Lowell goalie. Lee, looks like he took a stick to the head. There's a flag down on Greater Lowell. This one whistles wide left. So Shawsheen on the man advantage. And a denial by Bensoli as it goes over the end line. Shot hit a body in front, and that pulled Bensoli to the right side. He might have, that shot could have hit the inside post and in, given the way Bensoli was moving. Frazier gets it to Sullivan. Another save by Bensoli. He's got 10. Outlet pass is immediately intercepted. Sullivan shovels it in, and it's denied again by Bensoli. And now a whistle. And Chuck Baker wants a timeout. 3:57 to go in the third quarter, and Shawsheen not getting the offensive opportunity it wanted on this man advantage. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So 3 players with multiple goals for Shawsheen, including 2 already with hat tricks, Don Lee and Connor Rooney. 4 unanswered goals scored by Shawsheen after Greater Lowell got it to within 2 late in the second quarter. Timmons with possession. Over to Sullivan. Back to Timmons. Crossfield pass. Now they go behind the goal, out in front. The shot, score! Owen Sullivan joins the party, and it is 11-4. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Being nonchalant with the ball in the faceoff is Quinones. And they're going to get a... And once again, it's a Greater Lowell faceoff win. They've won 11 of the 16 faceoffs. And yet... Here they are trailing. Won 11 faceoffs, but they've given up 11 goals. a little scoop shot by David Frazier nets him his second of the game. And Shawsheen on top 12-4 with 2:18 to go in the third. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store. After the game to place your order. Well, there's Greater Lowell with yet another face-off win. Now, can they capitalize with a goal? Finch runs into a wall, turns into a GB opportunity. That'll be won by Shawsheen, and now the quick outlet pass from Varallo to DeLuca. DeLuca bobbles it initially, gets past the first check, finds his man for the shot, and they score. Another transition goal, and it's the second of the game for Dale Sweeney. 13-4. Seven unanswered goals by Shawsheen. Like I say, that one fluke goal by Malahan really turned on the switch for them. Shawsheen has 2 players with hat tricks and 3 more with 2 goals. But yet another Greater Lowell face-off win, but it turns into a GB opportunity, and it will be picked up by Tom King, who loses his stick, and his stick broke. He has to come off. Ryan Quinones wins the GB, gets it in for the goal by Owen Sullivan, his second. Greater Lowell can win these face-offs fine, but then they can't get their offense set up to charge forward, and then they just turn it over, and the Rams are making them pay in transition. It's just a masterclass in not giving up after the face-off. You know, Chuck Baker's guys, they're not dropping back after the face-off to get on defense. They want to score. Here comes Sullivan, loses the handle, and this will go over the sideline, and it'll be Greater Lowell ball. Under a minute to go in the third quarter as a outlet pass turns into a GB opportunity. And it'll be picked up by Quinones. Doing a phenomenal job on the GBs. The shot, and there's a hattie for Owen Sullivan, the third Shawsheen player to have a hattie today. And this is what we expected coming into this game. Greater Lowell hung tough for the first half, but it's a 6-goal outburst here in the third quarter for Shawsheen to pad it to 15-4. And if they can get one more goal before Greater Lowell gets one, it'll be running clock in the fourth quarter. Quinones wins that faceoff. It should be noted, though, that if Shawsheen keeps up this pace this season, Looks like they're just going to bleed the clock dry here, is Sullivan. Shawsheen can't count on getting beat on the face-off X, as there is goal number 16 at the third quarter horn by Dale Sweeney, and now he's got a hat trick. But like I'm saying, the Rams can't expect to get beat on the face-off X 2-1 and survive in the MIAA tournament or any other opponent that might not let them get running clock in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. Shawsheen 16, Greater Lowell 4. This is MIAA Boys Lacrosse on LSP.
Greater Lowell kid, it looks like it's his feet. On the kid down right now.
Well, Greater Lowell gets another face-off win. That's been the one aspect of this game they've had the advantage on against Shawsheen, getting dominated on the scoreboard and dominated on the GBs. And here they are, the Gryphons, facing running clock here in the fourth quarter, down 12. 16-4 against the Shawsheen Rams, who look like they're going to go to 3-0 on the season. And Greater Lowell, who played them tough the first half, or at least most of the first half, before falling behind 9-4 at halftime, look like they're going to go to 0-3, barring an unforeseen act of God, miracle, whatever you want to call it. As Josh Hasties, the lone multi-goal scorer for Greater Lowell, picks this one up, finds Malahan. And yes, the clock is running. And it looks like both teams want to get subs on. Oh, my mistake. There was a turnover on Greater Lowell, so or was there a penalty? What's going on? Oh, yeah, there's a penalty on the Gryphons. I didn't see the referee's flag down, but six on 5 now for the Gryphons, but immediately forcing the turnover is Tim Gath as he tries to bring it upfield, but it's picked up by Dylan Timmons, who has 2. Timmons loses his stick. And it was Timmons who played it without a stick. And a good job here on the near sideline by Rooney to keep it in play after forcing the GB. And now we'll go for goal number 17 and score! 4 goals for Connor Rooney. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Excuse me, advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Shawsheen just circling the wagons right now. Up 13 with 8 minutes to go and running clock. That pass hops off the stick of Don Lee, but he picks it up. Out of the reach of Sullivan. Bailing him out is Rooney. Rooney will go for number 5 and score! Five goals for Connor Rooney. (18-4). Another face-off win by Greater Lowell, picked up cleanly by Kyle Nako. He loses the handle, now has to chop at this one to pick it up. It's bailed out by Malahan, tries to find Finch on the left post, out of his reach over the sideline to Shawsheen. Quinones stays inbounds on the near sideline, but his pass is off target. And it's eventually picked up by Malahan. Malahan picks up the GB again. Goes to Finch, who bounces off his defender, now has some space, takes the shot and scores. Finch with his first goal of the game. 18-5 as we are more than halfway through the final session. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. See what other scores we have in MIAA and NEPSAC action right now. Taunton High defeats Plymouth North 13-11 in girls lacrosse. Archbishop Williams girls lacrosse beats Mattanon 14-3. Westport beats Holbrook 15-6 in baseball. Westwood up 6-5 on Hopkinton, entering the fourth quarter in boys lacrosse. Falmouth leading Marshfield 6-3 after 4 in baseball. So we're under 4 minutes to go. Lunenburg beats Gardner 6-0 in baseball. Gloucester leading St. Mary's Lynn 3-2 in softball in the 5th. Medfield defeats Westwood in baseball 3-0 to move to 4-0 and 3-0 in Tri-Valley League play. Whitman-Hanson leading Rockland 6-5 with 2:51 left in the third quarter. Middleborough beats Coyle and Cassidy 6-2 in baseball. Middleborough at 2-2, and a beautiful save by Jonah Varallo. Necco has the loose ball. That shot goes wide right. Trying to pick it up there is McManus. Dartmouth leading New Bedford in softball 11-3 in the 6th. Mashpee defeats Upper Cape 11-8 in boys lacrosse. So we approach 2.5 to go. BC Hyde thrashes CM 12-2, boys lacrosse. Quincy and North Quincy boys lacrosse beats Stoughton 12-5. Chelmsford girls lacrosse beats Bill Rick at a move to 4-1. Shot from distance, and it's ripped out of the air by Bensoli, my mistake. Bensoli with the line drive outlet pass will come all the way goal to goal to Varallo. So we're under 1.5 to go. Chop at the stick by Finch causes the GB. That will be picked up by Oakes, but Oakes quickly loses the handle, tries to win it back. And it's taken away by Dylan Timmons. Timmons cuts to his left, under a minute to go. And I guess we can start our sign off with this well in the books by telling you that this has been a presentation of Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow afternoon at 4:10 p.m. when the St. George's Dragons visit the Lawrence Academy Spartans in Nepsac at ISL softball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Greater Lowell Tech and Tingsboro, Mass. It is the Shawsheen Rams 18 and the Greater Lowell Gryphons 5. For Joe Foley on camera, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.